Some say that the most important moment of any anime is the ending. I do tend to agree with this, as anime tends to be non-episodic, so the ending must have some impact. It wouldn't be the same if Noragami ended like this. He is dead. She isn't because we need a sequel. I have my memories back. And I have money. Of course, there are good endings and there are shit endings. One show that people consider to have a bad ending is Death Note. Now, before we begin, just a quick public service announcement. Go watch Death Note. The first 23 episodes are gold in my opinion, so go watch it already. But, of course, something had to change. The death of Elle shocked many people as it meant two things. Firstly, no more yaoi. Everyone breathed a sigh of relief as we no longer had shippers. And two, it meant the loss of one of the greatest anime rivalries of all time. Elle and Light were managing to outwit each other from the word go as even the merest of conversations became pant-wettingly tense. People see this as the turning point, the point where the show just kind of collapsed in front of us. The other M of Death Note, if you will. And like the Metroid franchise, a fan is going to attempt to save it. The second half of the series is okay. I mean, it's not as good as the first, but I can suck some enjoyment out of it, even if it is just dragging on for a while. Now, the ending of Death Note isn't completely terrible, it's just the build-up that's terrible in my opinion. What happens is Nia, this little shit, lures the investigation team to a warehouse. They then bait Light into saying that he is Kira, through a conversation that boils down to, we replaced Mikami's Death Note. Joke's on them, it's a fake. We also replaced the real one. Huh. Bugger. It is really unsatisfying to see Light Yagami, one of the greatest villains of all time, go down like that. As in Pokemon stream that just announces re-release instead of announcing Sinnoh remakes, levels of unsatisfying. However, what precedes this is one of the best moments in the series. Light gives a speech into why he becomes Kira, and we just see how batshit crazy he's gone. It's then very well juxtaposed with Light being told he's just a basic murderer and he's a fleshy little human like the rest of us. It's kind of poetic that Matsuda fired the first shot, because he's the one who's been the butt of every joke, but he's the one who actually brings Kira down. We see Light regret his actions and eventually die, but he dies while realizing that Elle has in fact won, even if he wasn't around to see the victory. We also get this shot of Misa considering suicide. Now, not to say that Ai Hirano is a bad voice actress, heck, she's one of my favourites, but this just doesn't need any words to convey her sadness. These portions are actually well done, and I would like to see them happen in better circumstances, so I'm gonna figure out those circumstances. First of all, let's do the obvious. Let's get rid of this little shit. For a good portion of the second half, all we see him do is play with toys while repeating what we already know. I'm just worried about the Netflix version, because if Nia has a fidget spinner, things will die. I would also have it come 12 episodes earlier, so we'd miss out the Tadaka arc. But I would like to keep the death of Shinjiro Yagami as that does play a part in Light's final speech. Okay, in an idealistic scenario, this is how Death Note would have gone after the death of Elle. It's revealed that the button that Wataru pushed doesn't just delete all the stuff on his computer, but also sends it to Wami's house. That house in Winchester where everyone speaks Japanese for some reason. Bello is outraged by this and decides to go after Light. Meanwhile, Light gives the death note to Mikami, getting him to be Kira. Mello lures the investigation team into a warehouse, where the warehouse scene where Shinjiro is killed goes ahead. But Mello then reveals to the investigation team, without Light's knowledge, that Light is in fact Kira. Shinichiro disagrees with this as Light is his son. This gets him killed. However, the investigation team decides to pretend to kill Mello. Believing the team is suspicious of him, Light takes them to a warehouse and tells Mikami to follow them in order so he can kill them. However, Mikami is killed outside the warehouse by Mello. He then wonders why this happens as he was just trying to enact justice and with a last breath reaches towards Light, calling him God. Then Light admits to being Kira and you know the rest from here. I wish the series could have ended on more stable footing, cause the ending just takes the cake. And eats it!